So I have not done a bed update on my Rose of Sharon wall that I'm building here. So I thought I'd get one in here. It's midsummer, it just turned August. And as you can see, the Blackeyed Susans are blooming. They didn't get as big as I expected them to this year for some reason. The ones down at that end did, the ones down on this end didn't. And really, everything on this end of the bed is not growing as big and fast as the stuff on the other end. I would suspect that it's the amount of sun, though it may have something to do with available nutrients in the ground as well. But anyway, as you can see, the Rose of Sharons on this side are about a foot. They're about a foot. And they are alive, they are growing. Some of them are starting to get those branches that we like to see. The row of sunflowers is a little bit behind, but they are getting ready to head, so I'm going to have flowers. There's a really, really nice, good one down at the very far end. We're going to walk down towards it here now. As we go, I should have weeded the grass out of here, but I have not. As you can see, there's grass, and then there's Blackeyed Susans all through it, so I never weeded it. I just kind of let it go. But as you can see here, Rose of Sharon, that one's about 2.5 foot, I'd say. That's about 2.5 foot. Let's just step back just a little bit. So that size compared to that size, definitely much bigger over here. They are almost as tall as the sunflowers right here. And they're healthy as all get out. Can't complain about them. Coming along nicely. I'll show you in a second when I get down to the other end. Some of them are going to flower this year, which is really cool. I am not sure what happened right there. That all grass died there. But yeah, now we're getting into the good stuff. The bamboo, Mr. Bamboo. He's really put on a lot of bulk this year, but he hasn't gotten a lot of height. I'm, as soon as I get my greenhouse built, going to take a good healthy chunk of them, put them in a pot, and start propagating them inside where it stays warmer all year, and see if I can get that project going so I have more and more and more. Because so far this thing basically dies off all its leaves every year. And it's not really supposed to, but it's the weather. It gets too cold here for it. But it's still a decent plant. And as you can see, this new, where is it? That's a new stalk. Just came up in the last few weeks. And it is just that little tiny bit taller than the rest of the plant already. So, but it doesn't seem like it's going to get much taller. A little bit more. There's another one back there. That sucker's coming straight out of the ground to that height. That's on a branch. And yeah, so it seems to go through 2 growth spurts a year. One in the early spring and one in August time. So we'll see if some of these sprouts get up to a height that I'd like to see. I'd like to get this 5 foot, 6 foot this year. That was really what I was hoping for. Not seeing it happen yet, but I'm going to hold out hope. eventually these things should get 1-inch culms and 15 feet. So it might still be working on its underground base of root system to push up that kind of a stalk. So we're going to give it some fertilizer here before fall. Give it some energy to build up over the winter so it comes on strong in the spring. It's a solid plant. I'm happy with it. Just wish it was taller. But it'll get there. These bamboo things, they have a life of their own, and they'll go whoop, all of a sudden you have a 15-foot plant. So anyway, yeah, that's the bamboo update. We'll keep walking. We got a little further to go on this bed. This is where all the Blackeyed Susans really grew out nicely, and this is the tallest of the rows of Sharons. We've got a few of them there. Those guys are, well, they're up to my chest, so that's got to be 5 foot, because I'm 6'1", so, well, maybe 4 foot 5 inches. But anyway, still a good height. And if you can look really carefully, where is she? Can you see it? My finger, where'd my finger go? Hey, there it is. My finger is on a flower. Yeah, that guy's gonna have a flower. And, ooh, I wonder what bit the top off of that one. Oop, I see a culprit. I see a culprit. Do you see them? Those Japanese beetles. Uh-oh. I'm gonna need to get some Japanese beetle traps out here. What do you know? Didn't know that. I'm wondering why these here have dried out so bad, and they already bloomed and seem like they're done for the year. I don't know. It's weird, a little weird. We can take weird, it's alright. We're happy. Our main project is the rows of Sharons. Once they get up to height, I won't need anything else here to block the sight of the death house. The death house lives. Maybe I'll make a quick video about the death house in a second. Make it separate so people will see it separate. Got to keep these things a little bit separated in what people are watching. Anyway, check this guy out here. Beautiful flower. Beautiful flower. He's been getting flowers. Got more coming. There's a few over there just blooming. And he's up to about 8 foot tall. It's looking up at it now. So he's going really tall, branching out. Happy with that guy. I'm happy he's grown a few branches down towards the bottom. I'm going to have to try and keep it from getting too tall and spread out a little bit before it gets tall. That way you have a bush instead of a tree. That's pruning tips. We'll get to them sometime. Anyway, one lone sunflower seed must have made it over there and taken hold. Don't know how or why. It just happened. Okay, that's all for that. I'm going to go on to the next video. Why don't you?